Hey guys, PetZergling here, bringing you another FPVOD. I'm going to upload this along with our Day 2 coverage of the round of 16 MSL. And this is a game I played about a week ago. I just recorded the FPVOD, but I haven't had a chance to do the commentary on it until tonight while I'm just waiting for these stupid VODs to process. This is basically a standard SK Terran build on iCup. This is a D+ game, I think. I mean, I pretty much just D+ bash, like, most of the time. Like, sorry, I don't get any good opponents, and I'm actually, like, forgetting to build an SCV there, which is fucking awful, but, yeah, like, I just kind of, like, fuck around on iCup all day. Hopefully, like, maybe when I, like, get my new keyboard and mouse and I can start playing seriously again, I can give you guys a little bit of better games, like some C or C+ games, but for now, it's just standard D+ bash tutorials. And so this is SK Terran. It's pretty standard, and actually what I did isn't that bad when I delayed my SCV, because I can get my supply depot out faster compared to my supply count, so I actually don't cut an SCV, but I don't know, whatever. My mechanics are good enough, I don't care. And I guess, you know, once again, supply depot by the command center. I mean, I pretty much always do that in every matchup unless I want to wall in. And I want to talk a little bit about early game TvZ, because it's actually really, really important, the way you scout and the way you perform your build order, because, I mean, you can win a lot of easy iCup games against noobs, and you can get a good advantage early on. Now, you see, I always send an SCV out and I build my barracks by my ramp, but not like directly in the path of it, but just by it. And that always helps getting Marines out faster if you need to wall in. And now, basically, there's two different options you want to do. Now, you can do a command center on 16, which would be the best economic opening, and it puts you ahead against a 12 hatchery, but you can only do that against a 12 hatchery. And if they went for a 9 pool or over pool for some reason in a ZVT, then you're going to lose. And a lot of kids on iCup like to do that. But basically what you do is you scout on 11, and you scout one of the naturals, and if that natural has a hatchery, then you know you can do a 16 command center. And now you see, I don't see the Zerg there, and he's not in the bottom. I always scout, if my minerals are away from the other person on Python, you scout in the, like horizontal or vertically, and if you have your minerals to them, you need to scout horizontally, because they can just scout your minerals. And so now I'm forced to build my supply depot and build a few Marines. Now I get the standard number of Marines to build is 3. You don't have to build another depot, and you don't have to cut anything. And now I'm gonna scout, and I see the 12 hatch, and now really you can just cut all Marine production here, and you can go build a command center. But I mean, my 3rd Marine's already gonna come out, and I'm gonna have enough to build it anyway, so it doesn't matter. And basically with your SCV is you want to see how early he gets his gas. And I move up, and he didn't take his gas yet, and he put his 3rd hatchery down, so pretty standard play, probably going to be Mutilus. And so I know, I mean, by now I already know what the mid-game is going to be like. I know I'm going to have to defend Mutilus. And I always like to build my supply depot in my expansion, because people like to be huge fucking nerds and just build a bunch of Zerglings and then rush your expansion because they think it makes them good at Zerg, but they're garbage. And, you know, it's always nice to have, like, random stupid buildings in your natural to really mess up the Zerg, and especially because, like, that shit in your natural, like, scares them, like, even if it doesn't, like, do anything. And also, that's, like, a cheap way. It's like a half-assed bunker. You can put your Marines behind there like I did, and then it kind of, like, stops the Zerglings a little bit, and it helps you to, like, defend against early, like, the first 6 lings without having to pull any SCVs off. And you just, like, put them behind the supply depot. And just because I see he's only building 2 Zerglings, I don't build a bunker, but normally I always build a bunker in this situation. And I put my refinery down now. Notice I put my 2nd barracks down before refinery. In Korean pro games, they like to get their refinery super early, but I would like to get my 2nd barracks first. And when your command center finishes, if you went for this sort of command center, you transfer about 6 or 7 SCVs. You see I transferred 5, plus I had 1 building my CC, plus there was already 1 mining. And now he's doing a little bit of harassment with his 6 Zerglings, but it's not doing too bad. And then when your refinery finishes, you pull 2 SCVs off, and then you build your academy. And I mean, this is a standard safe opening. Like, everything I've done so far is like textbook standard for TvZ, especially on a map like Python. The natural is kind of wide open, like, it's not huge, but if you, like, build a supply depot, and you can kind of choke point it up a little bit. And around this time in the game, I like to send an SCV out to the middle of the map to see if he's going to go for some sort of all-in ling. But I mean, this guy's pretty smart, and he keeps moving his Zerglings around, and he's trying to, like, you know, keep me from getting an SCV out. And I guess I don't really check at this point. Like, if you think the guy's gonna be a nerd and do an all-in ling, you send an SCV out to the middle. But like, just seeing why he's not really done anything aggressive yet, and my fire bats and medic is gonna be out right away anyway, so I mean, it really wouldn't make too much difference if I scouted it now. But you want to keep all your Marines like clumped up together to do as much damage as they can, because they're just going to be sitting in your natural all this time anyway. And now I move out with my Marines just to kind of clear a couple extra Zerglings and try and deny as much scout as possible. Like you can see, he doesn't even know if my academy is done or whatever. And when my academy finishes, I build a fire bat and a medic, and the medic obviously good for healing, and the fire bat beats any all-in ling nerds. And so right away after stim and after your medic fire bat, I get my comm sets up as well as my +1 upgrade. +1's super important, you need that shit. And comm sets come in so I can scan the spire just to see what he's doing. And you want, I mean, if you did your macro properly, you should have exactly 150 gas right now, and see like I did it good, and my Marine range started. And now I'm scanning, like I want to make sure he's built Sunkens. The only reason I moved out there is just to make sure he builds Sunkens. Like, I keep all my rallies in my base in case he tries to do some sort of counterattack. And I guess that was kind of risky, like that was kind of sloppy play by my part. And I see the Spire built there, and actually I'm not sure if I saw it, but I know he's going Spire. And yeah, I guess I scan, well either way, unless you scan like a bunch of Evo chambers or something, like you always have to build turrets anyway. And notice, like, every time I go out to build a turret, I shift-click on my minerals to make sure the SCV comes back. That way, like, when all my turrets finish, I don't have just, like, a shit-ton of stuff to do. And now I keep all my Marines grouped up. Notice I have one hotkey of Marines that's pure Marines. That way, when the Mutalisks come, I can just press 1T and that stims them. And now, like, once I get to, like, the normal Korean pro gamer, like super fast tech timing, is they get their factory before their turrets, but I like to play it safe. And you see I put down 4 barracks and turrets before I put my factory up, and I mean this is good enough. And for some reason that first supply depot didn't build, but early and you see I selected the SCV on gas for some reason because I'm stupid. But I mean, against foreigners, like their Mutalisks timing, it can be good, like as good as pro gamers, but like their late game macro isn't. So I mean, I like to prepare for Mutalisks a lot more than I prepare for other stuff. And you see, now that I know he's not going all in ling, I'm gonna send my fire bat around, and I got supply blocked because that supply depot didn't build because I'm bad. And there it goes. And now I can build out of my barracks again. And like, as you're teching up, you want to go from 4 to 6 and maybe even 8 barracks depending on how long. And I'm scanning, I'm not seeing larva use. Like, he's not like saving it, but like I don't know what he's doing. So I guess his mutas are like on the way now. Maybe his spire just finished. So I just scan it, but either way, I'm just gonna chill back here with a bunch of Marines on my base, and my starport's already going out, and I'm pretty much just defending my barracks and my starport now at this point. Yeah, so the Mutalisks are already out, so those larvae weren't for them. And now I'm gonna move all my Marines in position, and 2 full control groups of medic Marines is way more than 1 control group of Mutalisks can handle. So see, now I move right there. I had an idea where he was, and because I didn't think he's gonna engage me, I just attack moved. But when you know he's gonna attack you, you want to move back and forth, and you want to target single Mutalisks. Like you see that second engagement there, I moved up and I target him. And I meant to build a supply depot, but I scanned because I'm fucking awful. And so getting armor now, and you, like, if your tech is slow, you can get armor, but most of the time your science facility will be finished by the time that's done. And because I'm going SK Terran, I build my second eBay as well as my second starport, just because I'm not going to be able to get any tanks. You see my gas is already accumulating, and I don't think I'm even mining it at my natural, just because I don't need to build tanks or siege mode. And you see already I got 7 barracks done, and I don't know why he's trying to kill my factory. This is pretty pointless. I mean, he could be doing some damage, but I mean, at the very least, like, he's doing his job with the Mutalisks. He's not really losing any, and he's keeping me in my base. Like, I can't just leave when he has Mutalisks because he's gonna run in my base. And he killed my fire bat in the bottom right. Actually, he killed it right away when he got his Mutalisks out, so I assume that he expanded bottom right or in the bottom middle main. And now my science facility is up, And now, if I would have done my timing a little bit better, my control tower would have been up, but it's not. So, and I don't have enough gas anyway. I took my second gas a little bit too late. Like normally, I don't go for an SK Terran build, so I'm not used to having. Like you see, my timing was good enough to have a radiate and one gas done, but I didn't have enough to build two